Hey, what's to YouTube fam? It's your girl TK, and I am at home vlogging, darling. And I decided that I wanted to get online real quick and speak to you guys about Tupac Shakur. Today, we're going to be talking disclosures. I don't know if y'all know this, but on my YouTube channel, as of this video, I have been talking a lot about disclosures and how people are attached to not only disclosures, but death, assassination of some type. Now, I found that very interesting, and what I really found interesting is that Tupac Shakur was actually making a disclosure regarding the city of Oakland and the mistreatment and abuse of power that he experienced, and it was so bad that this man had physical marks. You can see the abuse that he endured by white police officers. Now, one of the things I want you guys to note here today is that he actually took these men, the city of Oakland, these police officers, the department, to court. Now, what I want to do is kind of read some of this case text to you. Now, I want you guys to know it is going to be the case of Tupac Shakur versus the city of Oakland. So that's just a little synopsis. So if you ever want to go back and look at the text, you can. Also, I want you guys to have a better synopsis of what this case was about. But before I do, I want you guys to note, if I have not said it, because I am super tired tonight, that a disclosure is any law, rule, or regulation that was violated according to 5 USC 2302 B8. Now, one of the things that I can say for a fact is when a person makes a disclosure, this is a serious thing because it puts them in their life in jeopardy. But I want to go on and read a little bit about Tupac, and then we're going to follow up after that, okay? So I'm just going to read just a little bit. Here it goes. It says this civil case involves a civil rights lawsuit filed by the noted rapper Tupac Shakur against, among other defendants, the city of Oakland, the Oakland chief of police, and 2 Oakland police officers. The lawsuit was due to a 1991 incident in which 2 white Oakland Police Department officers initially cited Tupac Shakur for jaywalking, and the situation escalated into a physical confrontation with Tupac Shakur. Arrested and charged with resisting arrest, although the charges were later dropped. And in response, Tupac Shakur filed a civil rights lawsuit alleging the 2 white officers engaged in excessive force in his false arrest. Very interesting, right? Let's go on. The lawsuit included the allegation that actions by the 2 police officers was part of a pattern by the Oakland Police Department of the use of unnecessary and excessive force against African Americans and false arrests of African American citizens. The city of Oakland ultimately offered a financial settlement to resolve the case before it was to be tried in court. The contents of this file unit include the civil rights complaint and correspondence primarily between the attorneys representing Tupac and the city of Oakland, including those related to depositions, discovery, motions, and the objection to such motions. So basically, in a synopsis, this man, Tupac, he was attached to a disclosure. Now, if you guys don't know that, when Tupac became attached to a disclosure, it put him in a situation where he became a candidate to not only make a disclosure, but he was able to breach the U.S. Constitution. Okay? Now, one of the things that I found very interesting is that when Tupac died, his death was surrounded around like the government, like people were saying his father, from what I just read, was basically saying that, hey, he feel like this was a government cover up. They were trying to hide what was really happening with Tupac. The police did not want the truth to be out here. And it's so funny that Tupac's death is basically attached to police. It goes back to what he initially was claiming or his allegations were about. Police brutality. This is the stuff that Tupac was discussing. This was his initial complaint. And I thought I wanted to share that with you guys because, you know, to me, Tupac was a real one. And for him to make a disclosure, you know, these days y'all might see him making a disclosure. He might be a rat. Hell no. You get slammed down and be treated with abuse and neglect. You ain't no goddamn. Are you speaking up and saying, you know what? You on your job and you using your badge against me, bro? How in the fuck is that? How are you abusing your authority? But what I really respect about Tupac was that this was at a time in 1991. You know what I'm saying? Where blacks were just finding their voice and speaking up about abuse. So this is really cool to see that even Tupac, this man that's well liked, his rap, his lyrics, like very intelligent, highly intelligent. And he knew that, you know, police brutality was not something he stood with or for. You know what I'm saying? And he took their asses to court. And that is attached to a thriller. Anyhow, guys, I wanted to share that with you because, you know, this video in particular is just for Tupac and discussing disclosures. I should be doing more videos in the future. And just talking about how his disclosures attached him to a death sentence. Because Tupac died just like Messi Maya, just like Martin Luther King, just like Malcolm X. These were assassinations because they spoke. And they were not supposed to speak. And that's a thriller. Peace, love, and happiness, guys. Bye.